This is the Fish Scout 2000 DT from Vexilar, the world's most advanced underwater viewing system. Now what I'm going to do is walk you through some of the features and benefits that the system has. The system comes with its own carrying case, and to see all the benefits of what's in the system, I've actually taken one out of the carrying case and has it here. Now your underwater system here is designed to last for 15 hours of viewing. It's an extended long play, and it's only made possible with the technology that's incorporated into it. Now inside of this housing is a 12 volt, 9 amp hour battery, very high capacity battery, which is one of the extra reasons why you get that extra long viewing time. 15 hours on a single charge. Quite amazing. Now this system incorporates a very special Sony camera that is both color and black and white. In the conditions when they're good, the display is color. When the image fades away to near darkness, it shifts automatically to black and white to give you the best contrast, basically the best viewing. This is a double housing system, one for shock and impact, and the camera is mounted inside of a waterproof housing inside of this for added protection. This actual module actually does fill up with water when you're actually in the water to give it the best balance possible. This particular model is actually outfitted with a fin on it already. You can take it on or take it off. It just aids in your ability to look straight down and do what's called the down viewing mode if you want to view downward, or if you want to troll, you can troll it along and the tail fin keeps it tracking very nicely. The camera is a very, very nice piece of technology utilizing Swiss digital technologies for giving you depth, direction, and temperature. Now this is the first underwater camera to ever use this technology, and it's very cool because it responds very quickly and it's very, very accurate. When you drop it down, it tells you right on the lower right hand corner of the screen exactly how deep it is, what the water temperature is at the particular depth you may happen to be at, and it tells you the direction the camera is pointing. North, south, east, west. It's very cool. And it also gives you a compass heading too, if you want to get even more refined, as knowing exactly where the camera is heading. So this is very cutting edge technology, only available on the DTD camera settings, and it has DTD right on the side of the camera, so you can tell that. Your Vexilar with DTD technology will require you to synchronize the display of the monitor with the camera, and that's with a calibration switch. And that calibration switch is located right underneath the monitor. Now, in fact, you can put your hand back there and you can feel it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the monitor off here quickly so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This little switch box located here is critical to the accurate operation of your camera system because it controls the depth setting. It has to be reset every time you power up your system. So where it might say, when you power up, it might say you're fishing in 20 foot of water and you're sitting on top of the ice. You're saying this isn't working. Well, what you have to do is go in, hit the reset button once, it'll go back to 0, and it gives you a perfect calibrated system so that the moment you touch the water, it'll give you an accurate reading as you go down. You'll also note that if you keep your camera running out of the water for prolonged periods of time, the temperature will start to increase. That's simply because the camera is getting warmer inside the housing since it's not submerged in water and kind of fool you a little bit for your readings. But that's normal. That's not anything unusual. So let's talk a little bit about when you get your system, how to hook it all up. Because see, coming out of this calibration switch, there are two leads. One lead that says monitor and one lead that says camera. Now they don't come connected when you get them on in your package, so I want you to be aware of what to do with these two leads. Because the monitor lead, or the TV lead, is going to be loose. It's going to come out of the monitor. It's very simple, and you just connect it to where it has monitor out. Get a good tight connection on that, because if you don't get a good connection, a lot of times your signal will be dropped out or be staticky. And then on the other side, you simply connect it to the camera, so that's not too difficult. When you screw back on the monitor, you'll note that on the side of the monitor there are two sets of holes, one in the middle and one near the bottom. Always go off the one in the middle. The one on the bottom is designed to hold a gimbal mount bracket for summertime use, and that's a product that'll be coming out very soon, and it works extremely well. But every time you power up your system with DTD, you'll need to calibrate it to make sure that the calibration system is talking to the digital receiver in the camera. So to do that, you'll simply reach your hand underneath, hit the button once, it'll reset it back to 0, and you're good to go. If you do not want to see this circular depth, direction, and temperature display on your screen, You simply push that button and hold it for 5 seconds, then the display will disappear. That's all there is to it, and that's how you program your DTD system for accurate readings. Now, the Fish Scout system, the case itself, has two different mounting systems. One, the overhole suspension, which is right where the monitor is being viewed. A lot of guys like to look right here and play with it right underneath you, or in your extra bag, like I've mentioned, you have an overhole suspension arm that you can put in a remote area and then view back to where you're actually fishing. It's best advised that you don't have your camera down the same hole you're fishing with. It does create a lot of tangles sometimes with a big fish on there. So the overhole suspension arm hangs it out over there. And by the way, on this overhole suspension arm is a compass. If you don't know where north, south, east, and west is, the compass on here will tell you, so you're able to know exactly where your camera is pointed. The monitor that you have is a 16 by 9 monitor. It's a color display made exclusively for Vexilar. It's designed with a special heating element in it, because when the air temperature gets super cold, the LCD display is not designed to function very well in cold weather, but it has an automatic sensor that kicks in, warms up the display, extends the life of your monitor, gives you a sharper, crisper image, and when it warms up, it shuts off to conserve energy, and that really is a slick thing. If you look on the back of your case, that's why I took it out of the soft pack so you could see everything. Also with this system comes a D130 battery status indicator, so you're always in touch with what your battery capacity is. A master power on-off switch. Now that's very critical, because you want to make sure power is completely off when you're not fishing, so you make sure you don't drain your battery down. This little yellow pigtail here, that's the AV out, or the video out port. If you have a camcorder that has an AV in port, that's very critical, because not all camcorders have it. But if you've got an AV in port, you can actually plug your camcorder into it and record the video images. Otherwise, you can hook this up to a big screen TV on some of those big permanent houses. It's very cool to watch it up on the big screen TV. Just run a cable down, plug it in, and you're good to go to watch that. You also have a quick jack battery charging plug. Your system will come with a 1 amp, fully automatic digital charger. Cannot overcharge your battery. So plug it in, leave it in if necessary. You just do not want to leave it so that your system gets drained and your battery gets weakened. Now, one of the keys to underwater camera usage is organization. That's one of the reasons why Vexilar has gone the extra mile to incorporate a soft pack, which is actually part of the system. In other words, when you have to deal with all this cable, and how are you going to deal with all the cable? Well, you have to have a pouch that can handle all the cable when you're transporting from place to place. And when you're fishing, what do you do with the cable? Well, this system actually allows you to have additional clips, so you can actually clip it to the back side of your camera case if you'd like, and use that for transport and keeping things organized. The cable wrap system that was designed here by Vexilar, it works really slick, because cables can just fall over and just be a mess everywhere. So by keeping the cable organized and not laying on the ground, you greatly reduce the chance of it being stepped on or broken. The little ears keep it tabbed up. You clip it right to the side of your bag. The whole thing fits into a 5-gallon bucket. It has everything you need to be able to go out and start ice fishing. It has every single pocket filled with things that you need, and it's a very well organized and nice to have system. This is indeed the world's most advanced underwater viewing system. This is the Fish Scout 2000 DT from Vexilar.